Good day, folks. This morning I woke up and I was thinking about that video that Mama Lou did about a beautiful Cora evening. Somewhere in that video, I thought I would tell her that, the way she held the camera was a little awkward for people to view. And then I looked at what I posted on her video, and I realized what a fantastic job that she did. So I had to pin something that said, Lancy apologizes, Lou, you did a fantastic job. And when I woke this morning, I was thinking about this matter of apologizing. It's not easy for everybody, or most people, or some people, to apologize. And I was wondering, it's beginning to drizzle again here. By the way, we're back up in Cora here. It's a lovely wet day. We went to the river. We went to pool 2, and it was very exhilarating. The water was cold, clear, and crisp. Lyndon was there, Leva was there, myself, Louise. It really was very enjoyable. And then the rains came. Oh, the rain came. And it's coming again. So I think I'll have to retreat for the hour to a spot here. These dogs want to keep me company. Come on, fellas. Shift a little bit, brothers. Come on. I think we can get away with this. What do you guys want, huh? Oh, no. Come on, please. See? I got my fans with me. Come on, guys. So we went to the river, and it was very, please, come on, Lucky, behave. We went to the river, and it was really gorgeous. The rains came, and we traveled down in the car. We were wet, but we used towels like we would have done in the old days, so that the seat doesn't get too soaked. But I was glad for some of the comments, even when I told Louise that she was holding the camera up pretty odd. Wendy Ramkisoon commented, Mama Lou, you did an excellent job showing us the landscape of Cora. And then someone said, Cheryl and John, beautiful afternoon with beautiful souls, Mama Lou and Papa Lance and Lyndon. Awesome vibes, Mama Lou. You did an amazing video. Blessings and love to you folks. I thought it would have been odd for Louise holding that camera the way she did. And then somebody called Martin Bash, oh my, mums, you are doing a really nice video by Lyndon up in Cora. Getting to see Cora in the evening time. Shout out to Lyndon and Daddy Lancy. I was glad that I had pinned that apology. I didn't want Louise to really, feel that she really wasn't doing a good job. And I am very happy for the comments that came in. There are other comments from Mr. Blake also, who thought that, it wasn't difficult to follow the video. I really, as a matter of fact, I think Louise holds the camera much better than I do. Right now, I'm kind of swift, vacillating all over the place, twisting and turning, and can't get it right. Trying to get a good scene for you folks. But the thing about it is really, it is being able to apologize. How to apologize, and what does an apology do when we admittedly, say publicly, hey, you and I have had a problem and I'm sorry. I try to check out something here. To heal a relationship, it is powerful for people to exchange apologies. These are not my words, of course, but they express what I have in mind. To heal a relationship, it is powerful for people to exchange apologies. Well, the first thing we have to establish is that we want to have a secure relationship. We want to declare that something has gone wrong, and we want to have a healing process. And it begins with saying, listen, I am really very sorry that I have put you through this, or I have said this, or I have done this. And you really want to go forward. But you can only go forward if you have a meaningful desire to apologize, to really apologize. Maybe I should show you a little bit of the landscape here. This is the landscape here. It's a wet afternoon here in Cora, but it is absolutely beautiful nevertheless. Lyndon is doing a bit of sculpting here by trying to burn that mango stump there. It's taking shape. It looks like something like an animal, isn't it? Anyway, to come back to this question of an apology, each person acknowledges their responsibility. They reach a shared definition of the harmful behavior committed by each one. They are both truly sorry, and they create a plan to avoid future misunderstandings. I like that. I have quoted this from Google, of course, trying to get a better grasp of what an apology is all about. They create a plan to avoid future misunderstandings. What's the plan? The plan is first crafted in sincerity. It has to be crafted in sincerity. Recognizing, listen, this relationship is important to me. It's important to my wife. It's important to my husband, my children, my home, my neighborhood. And therefore, we want to go forward. Now, it doesn't only pertain to a family situation. It could be something with a neighbor, a work colleague. It could be even an individual that, during the course of the day that you might meet someone, maybe on the street, in a car, in a taxi, and there has been a little bit of bruising behavior, and it's easy to get away with people you don't know. But even so, it shows great depth of maturity to tell a stranger, hey, friend, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that behavior. Yeah. I was hoping that Mama Lou would be in this, but I don't know where she's gone to. She's probably looking after some plants in the wet. I should take a walk and see if I see her. As Sana would say, flip camera. Lucky, what's up? Yes, man, this is where we grew up in Cora, Mama Lou, you always pulling up some kind of old bush, girl? You afraid that my puppy jump out of that bush and bite you?
As you come, something bite me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can't go pulling there. Maybe there's a Jep nest inside of there. It'll get to your eyes, your ears,
But all the time I pull in, nothing bite me. As soon as you come to warn me.
Louis, I think you should leave that, darling. Come, please. Leave it.
It's almost finished. I'm just trying to get it off the fence.
And Louis, you're going to hurt yourself.
Mama, you don't give up.
Oh, Mama Lou.
You see, once it's off the fence.
You shouldn't put your hand like that when you're in the bushes.
No, I'm not touching the ground.
Yeah, but when you're in the bushes, you don't know what is lurking there.
Where I can see, darling. I'm holding where I can see.
Okay.
See, like that, watch it. There's an order to my madness,
Order to your
right?
madness.
Watch something, okay? I hold this,
Okay.
okay?
Gee whiz.
No hands in the ground.
Oh, you probably have tack in there, Oh, yes. Look at them there. Hold on a second there. Hold on. Look at them there. Tack, tack. You see that black stuff there? Oh,
Right.
my goodness. Look at
So I
them.
start, pull out nest.
You open up a...
Okay. You want to bring something?
No, no, no. I want to do something with you. You... Come on. Don't divert this whole project. Please.
Okay.
That, you know when that thing bites you, right? That's cut, you know.
Yeah, it's a real big nest there.
Oh, my goodness. Look at them. Folks, you see them?
So that's why I
They
expose
call
it
that tack, tack.
so that Lyndon could
You would
spray.
hardly get that in the tongue life or the city life.
So here I have taken out half of this plant that's drying, and it was on this side. So I thought I would clear it up, and looks good. Still have some more dry parts to take off. Right?
Okay, Louis, that's enough.
So
Come.
when I'm finished, look at the job. You can see it.
If that get onto your clothes, you're being really thorough, eh? Mommy, come now. Come, please.
Right?
Mama Lou does not give up, you know. That's how we got married. Louise, tell the people that's how we got married. I was running and you were running me down, right? Huh? And you caught up with me. Hey, you're putting your hand right where they are, you know.
Okay. So let's see what Lancy is up to. Yeah, so here we are. The last time we were here in beautiful sunny afternoon in Cora. Today is beautiful rainy weather in Cora. Doesn't matter whether it's raining or it's sunning. It's still a beautiful day. Not so, Lancy?
Come.
It's still a beautiful day. Anything that God did was beautiful.
Yes,
Whether
that's
it's
it.
raining, whether it's sun. But a lot of times we complain when it's raining, and when it's sunning, we complain about the heat. Like you went in the patch out. So we had a beautiful.
Anything on my back there? Anything on my back?
On your back where? On your jersey? No.
Okay.
So this morning we had a beautiful sunny morning, and we had a wonderful river swim.
Okay.
Then the rains came,
Mm-hmm.
and we enjoyed it until the muddy water started flowing into the river.
Happy?
So where's Lancy taking me now?
Right here, right here. Come, girl. Let's try not to fall along this bank. Come, mommy, come.
I need to wash my hands.
Wipe it in the towel there, Louise. There's a towel there. Wipe it there. Woo. Can't catch this woman at all, boy. Come on, Louise. Please. Bring yourself here. That pepper tree looks good, eh?
Yeah.
There's Mama Lou scratching away. Something bitter. No?
Very nice. And parsley. And cherry. Kim is doing a great job of her herbal stuff. Very nice. Very nice, Kim. I love your herb garden. But I can't help but take out some of the yellow ones. I am a weed guzzler, or a removal of dead things. So Lancy, if you die, I'll have to remove you.
If you don't, somebody else will. You know, I had some sisters. That statement you made there, if I die, I'll have to remove you. My sister would have said, don't say those things. Don't say those things. Come in events. Folks, I've been trying for the last 6 hours to get Louis to sit down next to me here so we could talk about these things, but I just...
Okay.
Just can't... Oh, take it easy. Sit down.
Is it wet?
I wiped it a while ago. Come.
Okay, we can't go along the hill, right? That was the exact spot when I fell down, Lancy. And broke my glasses. It was stepping down from there.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to roll over the hill.
Mm.
So I think I jumped.
You jumped, you dove.
I don't know what I did.
You took
But
a
I
good
just
dive.
knew I didn't want to roll down the hill.
Mm.
So I threw myself forward.
And when I saw you, your face was like you were in the ring with Muhammad Ali, man.
Oh my goodness. But look at this dog where you find a nice cool spot now.
Simon. Simon.
Simon look for a cozy spot, boy.
Simon looked
say,
like a cave dog, you know.
Simon say all you feel is all you alone could look for a cozy spot.
Look at Simon. Think he's a cave dog, you know. You know? Watch him now, watch him now. And look lucky, yeah. You seen Lucky?
Lucky, you on furniture, you on concrete, in a hole.
Yes, folks. What a lot of diversions here. Distractions. So,
Yes.
mums.
Imagine 52 years ago. 53 years ago. 53 years ago. We would have been young people.
Talk for yourself, girl. I still young.
Young people in love. Not much changes, just an older face and a bigger frame. Not much change. An older face, gray hair,
But the personalities
and
remain,
a bigger frame.
Personalities remain, eh?
Well, you will have to say that.
What did the man say once to us? He said, if people don't grow cranky in their old age,
They were young and cranky.
they were young and cranky.
They just got older
And crankier.
and crankier. I believe that.
Yeah, yeah.
You can be a very nice, friendly, charming, considerate person, and in your old age, you throw all of that aside and get old and cranky. I don't believe that.
It depends on who you're married to.
Well, well, that's true too, because your partner will determine your happiness, I guess, and ensure that you are happy, so you're not going to get cranky.
Uh-huh.
So a happy heart will always have a pleasant disposition.
Very true, very true.
A happy heart will have a happy disposition even in old age. You know, there are some old people. I mean, we have a good friend, she's 99, a female, and moms have blossomed into something so special. We went and visited her the other day, and she was going to say something to Lance, and she said, I almost said when I was dead, and she laughed. She said, I just almost said when I was dead. And she was very amused of that crazy notion that she would say something like that. But somebody else will be like, but how come I said something like that? I must be losing my mind. No, she was amused by, imagine I was going to say,
But she was always,
when I was dead.
she was always that way, eh?
She was always
Witty.
very witty, full of humor, lots of love. She's an old lady with a lot of love. Think of Mr. Sutton, 102.
Yeah, boy.
That man, thank God that God gave him a good memory. And he is like a walking dictionary and the archives. He could tell you what happened in 1927, is it in 1949, Uriah Buzz Butler.
1948, yeah.
1948, Uriah Buzz Butler. And I mean, you're talking about a man 102. I can't even remember. He said it only 2 days ago, and I couldn't remember if it's 1948 or 1949. And I hope Lancy right when he says 1948.
Well, I think he mentioned something about the year before my birth.
Right.
So I guess it's 1948.
Well, and I remember your birth, so I said 1949.
Oh, good.
So you see, and we are only in our 70s.
Yeah.
But I tell you the truth. I would not like to grow old and cranky if I have to grow older, much older. I tell you, I have listened to stories of children taking care of their parents, and it's refreshing when you hear that it is nice, so nice to be there taking care of moms, as in case of Miss Fanny. It is pleasure for who's taking care of her. She offered them light moments still. So that's wonderful. Then you hear of other people talking about how difficult it is and how sad that their mother can't appreciate what they're doing. And that's sad,
All right.
because so many children put their family in a home. Now, away, that is the culture. But
Okay.
in Trinidad, a lot of elderly people will like to take care of their elderly parents. I'm talking about people in their 50s taking care of their parents, people in their 60s taking care of their parents who will be 90s, and things like that, And it's wonderful to know that there are still people who have it in their hearts to take care of their loved mother or father. It's wonderful. But coupled with doing your best at taking care of your parents, they put up with, bad behavior on the parents' past. And if you have Alzheimer's, well, that's different.
Well, Louis,
But
but you could understand, right? Not that I'm trying to justify that they want to put people in a home, but you could think about the kind of pressures that your people are going through now when they get married, and their marriage mightn't be so wholesome. As a matter of fact, the home, like the girl was saying, a woman who runs a home, she was saying that young people, they go through all kinds of stresses, and the elderly folk, they go through depression, right? They may not have planned well for old age,
yeah,
and things are, they may not have attained to a sound middle age and a sound old age. So now these children who have kids of their own and pressures of their own, and
cannot keep them.
okay, so we have all kinds of financial stresses on the horizon. We have more light bill, more what was it?
Increase in
Increases in
Tiantec.
tea and tech, water rates, and now we have looming property tax. So you can imagine what's going to happen even with the groceries, the transport. Things are going to get a little tighter for our country, okay?
Yeah.
So what we need now is we need a strong foundation of togetherness to be able to help whoever is in distress, whoever, whether it be the parents, whether it be the grandparents. People have to be looking out now for each other in a more positive way, right? In a more conscientious way than before.
That is to say what?
That is to say, we need to take stock of our relationships. That's what I'm trying to talk about.
Okay.
For instance, travel, like how we did travel. I mean, travel might be curtailed, right? People are already recognizing that to even go up the islands is expensive, right?
Well, that's why Tobago remain a little paradise.
That's right. That's why you go now and you meet a lot of Trinidadians in Tobago.
Yeah, because it is still affordable. The boat is still reasonable, and then you can take your car with you. So Tobago is a real good,
Alternative,
reasonable
a very good alternative.
getaway.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, of course, we don't know. Expenses might be incurred also in travel,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It went up
Yeah.
recently. Look, pensioners had to pay now how much?
For what?
It,
Before it was free.
it was free.
Now you pay $25 instead of $75 one way.
Right.
But before it was free.
It was free, okay.
Yeah.
Right? Wait. What do you say? You paid
$25 one way
Oh,
for a pensioner
okay.
or retiree.
Okay.
But less than 50 will pay $75.
Okay. Well, Luis, I'll tell you the truth. I was referring a while ago at the beginning of this video when you were nowhere to be found.
I was there to be found, but you didn't know where to find me.
That's right.
Because you should have known I would have been pulling out a weed.
I suspected, but the plan is that we had left together to come here, and somewhere along the line
Got sidetracked as
you got
usual.
sidetracked. Yeah,
That's my personality,
yeah.
to quickly be spontaneous to do something that I see the need to do.
Right, very good. So we started off with, recognizing what an apology is, because I went to bed with this thing in mind, the video you did here, and I was kind of, I can't say chastising, I can't say I was advising, and maybe I was a little crude about it, saying, you should have, I tried to be diplomatic, but I tried to get the point over that maybe you weren't holding the camera the way it should have been held. But then when I looked at it afterwards, I realized, hey, boy, you did a real great job. You did a great job. And then the comments that flowed afterwards showed that people appreciated your input. As somebody said, they called you the anchor woman and the camera woman, right? And
I thought I was the main star.
no, not at all, not at all. So we're talking now about apologies, and that forces me now to repeat, and to maybe you could expound a little bit. The reason for an apology, if you recognize that you want to heal a relationship,
Yes.
they say that it is important for power, it is a powerful medium, apologizing, for people to exchange apologies, right? Each person acknowledges their responsibility. They reach a shared definition of the harmful behavior committed by each one. They are both truly sorry, and they create a plan to avoid future misunderstandings. Okay? So I try to unravel this a little bit.
Yeah.
Apologies are only worthwhile if you really, and meaningful, if you understand that you want to maintain a healthy relationship. Because we're prone to make errors. We're prone to say things we shouldn't say. We're prone to be a little high-handed even sometimes.
A little sarcastic.
Yes, a little sarcastic. You throwing that for me? You throwing that for me or what? Okay, good, right. To exchange apologies, right? But only if you want to heal the relationship.
Well,
Little loud, eh?
a lot of times I think people take relationship for granted. Yeah. I at least this is from where I stand. I feel, for instance, that men take women for granted. And vice versa. It could happen vice versa. No, I'm speaking on, I'm not taking sides. But one of the things that over the years, I feel that a woman will threaten in a relationship. I could leave, one day I could just leave you. She will threaten that. But she threatens it, but doesn't do anything. And therefore now, when those threats are made, a man, she just full of talk. She just talks, so don't worry, right? But the day the woman decide enough is enough, that is when the man really want a chance. But then it's too late. That's my perception about some relationship. That, you take for granted. You take for granted. And it can go both ways. And it might be a man or might be a woman saying, this relationship, one day I'm gonna walk away, and you might say it as a warning, but the person, you didn't do it. So it come like an idle word, You just talk that, but you didn't mean that. But the person was dead serious, And when the time comes that either the man or the woman do it, then the other person feeling now, oh gosh, give me a chance now. But you're too late now because you have driven that person to the extreme now where you can't pick up the broken pieces.
So then no apology would be accepted, you think?
If the person has reached 100% of accepting, I'm going to walk away. If you and I in a relationship, and let's take something that is quite a common situation. The man is drinking, right? If the man is drinking and the woman, but of course it could go either way too. A woman does drink too, eh? So we just talking general, right? And it is said, I really can't take this drinking, you know. I gonna leave you, you know. Or I gonna I want a divorce, you know. And you didn't do anything about it. And the person continues to drink. And you pelt a next bluff. They would think that you're bluffing. Because it's something that you keep saying, but you're not doing anything about it. But each time that you said it, it put in a few percentage onto you making up your mind. So by the last straw to break the camel back, it had no turning back.
Okay.
And that is when now regrets come on the other person's part. I really didn't think she'd do that, you know. Or I really didn't think. And now you really want a sincere relationship now, willing to work it, but it's too late.
But is it really too late?
If
Because
it is,
sometimes time is a healer.
yes, but Lance, if it had been ongoing, given chance, you're not apologizing, but the person knowing, well, I really can't do this. Maybe the children too small. If I had a choice, I would do it, but the children too small. The children will get big, and you're biding time, and you're convincing yourself, and then when the person really ready to say, okay, enough is enough, and the other person now, who might have been enjoying the freedom of drinking or whatever is the problem, whether womanizing, whatever. No, stark realities are before you. This person don't want me anymore. I will bring down the moon and the stars, but I can't trust you. How much time you tell me you could change? You understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay, so the formula for not getting there is to tread carefully.
And don't just pelt what they might view as a bluff. You understand this thing about a bluff?
Yes.
What I'm saying, but it's not a bluff. When somebody tell you, I want a divorce, that is not a bluff, Lancelot. There is 50% of truth of what the person is saying, but they may show it as a bluff for you to see if you will straighten up your pants.
You mean the belt is slanted or something?
Yeah, fix yourself.
You know, coming to think about it now, thinking about apologies, and I appreciate what you say, right?
You know?
That you need to have a secure, mature footing in your marriage, okay?
Yes, and you don't wait till it's 100% irretrievable.
Okay.
Is that a correct word?
Very well put, well put, yeah.
Listen to me. Listen to me, Lancy. Listen to me. Listen to me, Lancy.
Okay.
If, I remember years ago, I'm talking about over 30 years ago, while I was working, this young lady came to me. So 30 years ago, I would have been over 20 years married, okay? Maybe it's not as long as 30 years, maybe 20 years. And she thought, I am in a marriage 30 years. This old lady might be a good person to talk to. Because she was young, she was in her 20s, and I might have been in my 50s.
Okay.
And she said to me, she was like a few months married. She was also looking forward to her marriage and really all excited to be getting married and all her plans and everything. And okay, and I said, I want to see how this is going to blossom, And she would come to work all happy and, you know how newlyweds, you know what I mean? Everything nice and, I mean, you know, you're comfortable. And 3 months later, she came to me and she said, you know, I find my husband changed. I say, how you mean he changed? She said, you know, he's not treating me the same way. He's not treating me the same way. We're not having the same relationship. And I said, but it's wonderful that you, at such an early time in your marriage, could recognize that.
Right.
So what you have to do is have a chat. You know?
Right.
I say because if you are saying that you recognize a change, now of course, 3 months after somebody gets married, your real life begins. I always say 3 months, the honeymoon is over, you know, back to reality.
Okay.
And back to basic, right? Because in 3 months' time, you now know about the different bills that you have to pay. You know that how you have to help to clean the house while your wife cooking. You learn that.
You're talking from the man perspective, right?
And the wife.
Okay.
Right? Two working people.
Okay.
You know that, well, look, every month we have to have $3,000 for rent and $2,000 for grocery and so on. And okay, so 3 months after you're married now, you're still in the honeymoon and you're still, you know, you're still all, you know,
Starry-eyed.
Starry-eyed, and the romance is still quite strong. So you're really and truly feeling, you're facing reality now.
Okay.
You know, you're still, when you get paid, you're going out for a little dinner, you know.
Right.
You might go to a little party in between. And so the romance is keeping alive. But after 3 months now, the car need 4 tires. You can't need 4 tires. Okay, so we out of pocket.
As if you have a car.
$1,000.
As if you have a car.
Right. Well, we're looking at people who comfortable.
Right. Okay.
You know, you're comfortable. So you need 4 tires for the car. Oh my gosh, 4 tires was $1,000. Well, we're talking 20 years ago, right? So you're $1,000 out of pocket now. You know what that means now?
Yeah.
Dinner going to the, you can't go to dinner. I can't go to the hairdresser. And you can't go to the gym because we had to scrape up $1,000. So you say, well, anyway, man, we gotta move on because it's not every month you're gonna be buying tires. And next month, you need a battery. Oh my gosh, $800 for a battery. You say, well, boy, so you see the same thing now. We can't go to no dinner, and we can't go to no party, and you still can't go to the hairdresser.
Yeah.
Because the thing for the woman is to go to the hairdresser. The thing for the man is to have the car going.
Yeah. And
So
on top of that, I can't buy you the new shoe you wanted, eh?
Right. So that's when you really start to. So I am telling her. So you know, it could be just an adjustment period too.
Right.
Because it's like true life, real life is coming up here. The days for the honeymoon and all is all nice and romantic and starry eyes, but this is real life now. So it's possible that he's under the weather because things are happening.
That's right.
So you know, it's important to have a chat. So now when you have the chat now, I don't remember whether there was a follow through to it or what. I don't quite remember. If
Okay.
there was a follow through where she came back and said that they did have a chat and so. But what I'm saying is that relationship is like a garden. If it is, you don't pull out the weeds are going to grow into shrubs. And then you have to take out that shrub, you have to get a shovel and a fork. And then I didn't really think I want to go out in the yard and use no fork and no shovel now. So that shrub became a big tree. And landscaping started to change now.
Check out Simon and Louis.
Simon, you better don't get no wife.
Simon, you want to undermine
you got to make a bigger hole.
Simon, don't look for a wife, eh? No. Simon, don't look for a husband, eh?
Simon is a girl? Oh boy.
Simon, you
Simon
undermine?
Simon look like she extended her hole.
Yes. What happened is she needed the warmth of the earth, you see? Anyway.
So, Lancy, so that you cannot really wait after 20 years to fix what should have been fixed in along the years.
Okay.
You don't. They say a stitch in time save 9. You know that little saying?
Yes.
A stitch in time save 9. If when you saw the writing on the wall about certain things, deal with it. Don't wait for it to become 9 stitches. Deal with it. But that is if your relationship matters to you.
Right.
If you don't want the relationship, it doesn't matter.
Good. So that's where we come now to the healing a relationship that has been, affected. But you see,
healing, or you're talking?
no. We're talking about
long relationship.
No, healing a relationship. It is powerful for people to exchange apologies. Now you see, they say exchange apologies. So when I come to you and I say, listen, I am sorry for whatever it is. I'm willing to eat this humble pie, right? As they say, it's a humble pie. You're eating a humble pie.
Yeah.
I am sorry. Your reception of that apology has to be 100% also to match my apology, the way you will receive it. If
You're talking if both of you wrong?
Well, let us assume that I have...
Something get out of hand and you both have...
Not too long, right? So we both have to make amends.
It was a situation whereby both people ended up being disrespectful.
Being bruised. Everybody use the word bruised.
Right.
So I come to you and I say, listen, I am very sorry.
Right.
Your response should be, if they're talking about healing a relationship,
yes,
I accept that I also have been at fault.
Right.
So this makes it easy for the relationship to continue.
Because one man can't take all the blame,
No, one man.
One man can't take all the
Right.
blame.
So
it takes two to tango. And if I make a bad step, when I dance in tango with you follow suit,
I'm going to stumble.
You will stumble. So it's two of us.
So each person, as they rightly say, acknowledges their responsibility. They reach a shared definition of the harmful behavior committed by each one.
Right.
So
in other words, they're both feeling bruised and
hurt. Yes. And we understand that, listen, partners, we, by our behavior, have not helped each other, okay?
Yeah.
So they're both truly sorry, and they create a plan to avoid future misunderstandings. Now, the plan really is inherent in avoiding future misunderstandings, dealing with it maturely if there's a misunderstanding.
Yes.
Coming to the conclusion that we want to save this relationship.
Yeah. But at the same time, we cannot be catching every ball, eh?
Well, that is granted, yes. But that's part of the plan. That's part of the plan.
It's not everything. Because another thing is, sometimes somebody might be joking about a serious matter. Now, that's a no-no. Do not make jokes about something that is a serious matter. Because how are you going to deal with it if you simply say, oh, I was only joking? It makes the other person feel then, well, oh, okay, so I thin skin. You know what I mean? Avoid making jokes about serious matter. There are many other jokes you could make. If you don't know what joke to make, get a joke book and learn some jokes and make the person laugh. But you do not make jokes on the weakness of another person.
Right. We must be sensitive to the feelings of others.
Yes.
Right.
And I remember some years ago, someone said to me, a husband said to me that sometimes you just have to tell your wife as though it's a joke. You don't expect any good to come out of something by making it as though it's a joke. Because the person could always say, well, he's just joking. So if you want to fix a situation, you cannot say it and hope the person draw the string, as they say. If the cap fits you, draw the string. That's childish. Because how am I to know that you not giving me a serious story? So in relationship, it's not that you're nagging. You should not be nagging. But there are times when certain situation has to be dealt with. You have to talk about it. Communication is very important. If, for instance, your husband make a joke that you took offense to, as an adult person, adult woman, you're supposed to say, were you joking or are you serious? And if he say, I was joking, then you have to say, well, I can't appreciate jokes like that.
Right.
And he would know in future that's not a joke to make. Because remember, we have come from different walks of life.
Right.
And we are attracted to each other. And with love, we have come from different, we love one another. But sometimes when we live together, because we come from different walks of life, we have a lot of misunderstandings. So it's very important for that to be on the same page.
Right.
It's very important to be on the same page. Because if you reach page 3 and I reach page 4, and I am telling you about page 4, you're not going to understand what I'm talking about.
That's like when they give me the skip from standard 3 to 5.
Right.
It was too,
So people...
You're too advanced for me now.
Yeah. So
we're going together.
So we have to grow
Obstacles,
together.
we face it together.
That's right.
Right.
Because remember...
We're learning about each other, eh?
Right. And remember, whatever we do and how we behave, we are making or breaking our young children.
Right.
Because children observe and know everything that's going on in family life, You can't fool children,
No. They're very acute now.
And if you are a two-faced cat, you're doing one thing and you're behaving at one way, and in the presence of other people, you're behaving some way, our children know we fake.
Okay.
So we have to try to be real if we want to make real adults, man and woman of tomorrow. Tomorrow's child is going to be one day a prime minister.
That's
or
right.
whoever.
Yeah.
So we want to know that they are well-balanced, rounded children. It is not only about education. A lot of things are taught in the home life. Simple things like respect and politeness, to say good morning, to say good afternoon, to say thank you.
And how are you?
And how are you? These are things that our children learn, that our character, the character of our children, molded by the parents. What happens in the home, we are molding our children. If we lie, we teach our children to lie.
Yes.
If we are kind, we are teaching our children to be kind. You cannot be aggressive parents and expect to have humble children.
That's right.
If you're humble, you're teaching your children to be humble without telling them to be humble. They would see how we relate, how we behave, how we treat other people. That is how they learn. And to say sorry, I believe, is something that children learn from their parents. Would you agree with that?
Yes, of course.
If a child grew up hearing his father say to his mother, I'm sorry how I spoke to you just now, he would know that was a wrong way to speak, and he would know in future if he treat his wife differently, he will say he's sorry, or she will say she's sorry.
Okay. Louise, let me just interrupt. You've been very helpful. I appreciate it as always. And coming back to this sense of appreciation, when I woke this morning and I was thinking about apologies, then we got a note from one of our grandchildren. I would not call her name, but I will call the essence, I will read for you the essence of what was said. And I think the way it was coined, it was a very mature, well thought out message that we got. It was directed to you, so I'm going to read it. I'm going to leave out, names. I'm going to just refer to it as best as I can, because I think I will not say whether it is a granddaughter or a grandson, but I will read what you received, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Granny. I just wanted to say I noticed a change in you and Grandpa. You both are much more cautious and guarded with what you say, do, and what feelings you guys express. I am sorry that what you both went through created the need to preserve yourselves, and it smothered part of your personalities. It is not fair what happened to you both, and and I hope that you guys can heal one day and recover from what happened. I just want to let you all know I am here for you guys, and I'm grateful that we can speak again and hopefully regain what we lost. Thank you both for everything, and I hope one day, when I am better, I can return the favor. Love you, Granny and Grandpa. And when I read this, I said, this person, our grandchild, has matured. The very expression of understanding things that have affected our personality, and yet is saying, I am here for you. I think this is it was a wonderful opportunity. And to the grandchild who wrote this to us this morning, I say, hats off to you. You have learned, you have matured, you have grown, you have excited a passion in us again for a connection. I wouldn't take it as an apology, but I would take it as an analysis of what transpired, how it affected us, how it affected that particular grandchild and others involved. But I appreciate very much, no names called, but I appreciate very much the time this grandchild took to assess that our personalities were affected, but yet can understand that there is room for healing, which comes back to what we were talking about. The relationship that we had, there is room for healing and going forward. Grandchild, we appreciate you very much, and I think that this has exemplified what we were talking about from the very beginning. So Louise, a big shout out to everyone who supports us, and we love our grandchildren very much, and we know that future days will be as green and beautiful as the trees around us. The little flowers that grow, the little peace that even Simon is enjoying there. Everything is so beautiful. Thank you very much, Luis. You've been a big help again. I love you. And I just hope that this little video here will help families, will help us all to grow. A beautiful kiss, Luis, to all out there.